Hi guys, this is our Lord here. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you enjoy this. This is the new Dark Magician deck build for this week. Just want to go into a few things before I do. Please like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and have a look at my other videos after this one. Alright, so here's the deck build, guys. Starting off with the main deck. 2 Dark Magician. Seems to be standard for my builds. I know Magician only uses 1, but hey, there's no Dark Magician girl in this deck. It's nice, the United Dragon, 2 Illusion of Chaos, 3 Magician Souls, 1 Magician's Rod. You can use 2, I prefer 1 because you're either going to recycle it or, you know, if that gets negated, well, you can't use 2 anyway, so because it's a normal summon, so it kind of just seems 1. 2 Soul Servant because 3 never comes up for me. Magician's Salvation, 1, not 2, don't be ridiculous. Dark Magical Circle, it's one of those things where, you know, if you're running 2 or 3 of these cards, it's just got to be no point. Our deck isn't good enough or consistent enough for us to even make use of 2 or 3. So, 1 Secrets of Dark Magic, anyone running more than 1, I just question why. 2 Preparation of Rites, although you can run 3. 3's good, but not for this build, and you'll see why. And 2 Eternal Soul, and that's it for the Dark Magician cards right now. I know Prepper isn't a Dark Magician card, but let's face it, we all treat it like one. Now for the branded side of things. 2 Fallen of Albaz, and 1 Blazing Cartesia, which is good. Basically this is going to get you into your synchro cards, it's going to get you into your fusion cards, and that's good for fusion as well. So 3 branded fusion, 2 super polymerization, though I'm thinking about going to 3, certainly in this current format. 1 Call by the Grave, would be good if we could use 2, but Clem said 1, so hey. 2 Ultimate Slayer, however, possibly going into 3, how good it is. 2 Forbidden Droplet, don't see any more than that because you're discarding cards, so any more than 2 is going to be too bricky. 2 Triple Talents, again, running 3, just seeing, you want these cards in your hand, you don't want multiple copies of these cards in your hand. 2 Nibiru, which is very good against Tempai Dragon and Snake Eyes. I've done lots of testing on Omega and it's always helped me out. We'll be going probably to 3 Nibiru, to be honest, with how things go. 1 Drawn Lockbird, 1 Ash Blossom, I'll explain why only 1 of each. And 3 Evenly Matched, 1 because it's still at 3 and because it's probably one of the best trap cards and cards for us Dark Magician players. We do give up our battle phase, but at the end of the day, you're getting rid of most of your opponent's bomb. Now onto the extra deck. Now this is why I said the Ultimate Slayer is in this, and it's also why I'm only using 2 prep. So let's go into it. First of all, 2 Red Eyes Dark Dragoon, if you're using 1, that's fine. 3, you're doing a turbo, great. Dark Magician the Dragon Knight. The branded fusion cards, so Lebellion the Searing Dragon, Albion the Branded Dragon, and Mirror Jade the Iceblade Dragon. Now for the super poly targets, Mud Dragon of the Swamp and Guru Wings of Resident Life. I'm thinking about running 2 of these. But 1 for now, basically for extra deck space. Guardian Chimera allows you to pop 1, draw 2. Now this is why I suggested multiple copies of Ultimate Slayer and only 2 prep, because Herald of the Arclight. Now you use Ultimate Slayer because this is Tempai Dragon issue. You activate Ultimate Slayer, they can't respond to that with a monster effect. You send Herald of the Arclight, So it's not a 1-for-1. You're sending back their boss monster, and you're getting Illusion of Chaos. Chaos Angel, don't think I need to say more. You've seen this plenty of time in my builds and every other Dark Magician player's build. It's a great card, use it. Superstar Slayer Typhoon Sky Crisis, it's a good card, not really sure how useful it is this time around, to be quite honest. Perhaps it is good against the Tempire Dragon thing, but honestly, I'm thinking about swapping it out. 1 dark, though that might get swapped out. I'm thinking about swapping it out for the light version. I can't remember what the name of that card is. The light charmer one, because of Voiceless Voice. Or the fire charmer, because everything seems to be fire these days. Celine, the Queen of Master Magicians, and Access Code Talker for obvious reasons. Now, for the extra deck. Master of Chaos. I'll be in the Sanctified Dragon, because quite frankly it's still legal, so why not? Mysterion, the Dragon Crown, because that's good against Snake Eyes. Because they run Diabell Star as well, so you get rid of Flamberg and Diabell Star, and you end up with a card that can banish their special summon monsters. So it's good this format, terrible pretty much every other format. Artemis the Moon Maiden, in case I want to recycle Rod. Jaugen for the Albion, basically an Albion lock. Effect Veiler. Now you're wondering why we're running 1 hand traps, and I'll explain that with 1 card. Cross-Eyed Designate, which I'm thinking about running 2, but not 3, it's too bricky. Good card, but too bricky, especially for us. Because it's just going to allow my branded fusion, or whatever fusion you're using, to bring out Dragoon a lot easier. Lightning Storm. Secret Village, if it ever becomes relevant again, because everyone's running Diabell Star. Terraforming, because again you're going to want to get to your field spells. 2 Duality, which is why I'm running Dark Magician the Dragon Knight, and a few other cards. Darkhold, because Gimmick Puppet Lock is still a thing, and 2 Infinite Impermanence, though I'm not really sure since it's a 1-for-1, and pretty much every meta deck these days seems to just play around it. So it kind of makes you wonder why you bother. But this is the build, guys. And I will be doing some test hands soon. So this is the build, guys. And keep watching for the test hands. Hi, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, watch all my other videos because they're excellent. No bias there then, right? I like to do this kind of like raw shuffle, if you like, because it kind of gives you more of an idea of what you'll be using, nothing staged. You know, you get more of an idea of how well you're actually going to compete against the other decks. And it's just kind of like more realistic. It's one of those things where, you know, it's like, oh, you know, this is my hand, I've got this, I've got this. It's like, no, it's not realistic. We have terrible hands the best of times. Certainly if you're going on Master Duel. Right, so let's have a look at the test hands, guys. See, already a decent hand. Now, no DD Designate, because it's not in here, but hey, let's just see what we get. So, Branded Fusion, you know what that's going to do. You're going to go into Libellion. Just so you can see that, you're going to go into Libellion. You're going to send Dark Magician and Fallen of Albaz to the graveyard. You're going to then discard a card, which, let's face it, I'm going to discard Soul Servant. And then you're going to send this card and your Dark Magician back to the deck, an extra deck, for Dragoon. You're going to shuffle. And you've got Soul Servant in there for when you do get another Dark Magician card in, so you've got a potential draw. You've got 3 cards in your hand, which you're obviously going to set Forbidden Droplet. So you've got Negate, and in case they find a way to get rid of that and you're still alive after the battle phase, you got an Evenly Matched. Right. Second test hand. Your main focus is going to be getting Red Eyes Dark Dragoon, and everything else is pretty much a luxury, to be quite honest. I know we do say, you know, have 15 cards in your extra deck, but it is what it is. It's not completely necessary. Okay, so here you are. Got 5 cards, and this is probably a good time to use this more, not so much of as a test hand, but more of an example of what you need to do. So let's do that. Say you're going second, so you get your extra card, doesn't matter what it is, but it's Nibiru. Excellent, we top decked Nibiru. Yeah, that's that's terrible. Right, but keep it in your hand because you'll need it for next turn. So you activate Ultimate Slayer. You're going to send Herald of the Arclight to the graveyard, which is going to get rid of them, send their monster back to the extra deck. You're then going to activate this to bring IOC, even though I've got it in my hand. And you see what I'm talking about terrible hands, guys. These things do happen. You're then going to set these 2 cards because you have them already in your hand. You're going to summon Rod. And you're going to get a Dark Magician card. So what Dark Magician card do we want right now? Let's go with that card. Got these. You got these 4 cards in your hand. So 2 of the same card and Nibiru, right? So now you're going to activate IOC. Then you're going to get Souls. Put IOC at the top of your deck. Send DM to the graveyard. Then you're going to link both these away. Dark. So you've got the triangle set up, you've got Nibiru in hand, and you're going to place this card down. Now, depending on what you got in your extra deck, you could have Master of Chaos, which will allow you to bring back a light type if you had one. Oh, which we do, but it wasn't Synchro Summon, so you probably can't. But yeah. These things do happen. So you've got this, you've got Nibiru, you've got this card on the field circuit, you've got the triangle set up. So you've got Banish, you got a Fusion Summon to bring out the Dark Magicians if you put it in here, or Garura if you want the extra draw, whatever. Or if you've got 3 different cards, you can bring out Guardian Chimera. As I said, pop 1, draw 2. So this is, I must admit, I'm quite enjoying this build. So some of these cards I will be running at 3 though. Ultimate Slayer and Super Poly, probably Nibiru as well, because it's going to be more relevant. As you can see, we top decked it at 2, so it's not bad, but top decking Nibiru is just awful. So here we are. We've already got the triangle set up, as you can see. So, first of all, you're going to activate this. Get you Eternal Soul. You're then going to activate Circle to look at the top 3. No, you're not. You're then going to activate IOC to get you Magician Souls. and then you're going to put IOC back at the top. You're then going to activate Magician's Souls to send DM to the graveyard. You're going to activate Magician's Circle to look at the top 3 cards of your deck, which none of them are really of any use right now, so I'm going to want to go in that order just so you can get prep back. You're then going to send Salvation to the graveyard to draw one, so you got prep. Then you're going to activate prep to get IOC back, not necessarily just for turn 1 or turn 2 or whatever, or your next turn even. But basically, because you're going to set this, so you've got your banish, then you've also got access again to Guardian Chimera, which gets you the draw 2 and a pop. Running Baranded Fusion, and I end up with Guardian Chimera more times than God knows what. How useful. And one last test hand, guys. See, this is pretty nifty. Again, you're going to get out Dragoon with this, or you're going to use that to bring out Mirror Jade. There are a lot of different avenues with this, to be quite honest. This is probably a good hand. Right guys, thank you for watching. You might want to look at my other videos to do with the staples, just so you know what's coming, especially the part 2 with the Rarity Collection 2, which is going to get you new players access to cards that those old players have already had for ages. Right, thanks for watching, stay tuned, have a great day.